Well, good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another plan with me. This is a week in March, and I actually have to look back because you guys may catch it later on in this plan with me. You'll see that I actually forget to put day dots down. I was like so into trying, to do something new with my date dot cover area that I completely forgot to put like leave some room for the date dots. And when I looked at it after I was done, I was like, I just felt like it would take away from the spread if I tried to add the date dots in somewhere, so I just left them off. So this will be 1 week in my planner that has no date dots. But this is the second week of March that I'm planning here. And right now, the world is just like, it's kind of a mess. So, welcome to just a little bit of respite from everything that is going on. Let's talk about the kit. So, this is a kit from Myspoiledplanner. Ceci has really great kits, and if you did not know, I am on her PR team. I think, well, I have one more month left. She will actually, her shop has been closed for March, but she will be reopening in April, and April 1st, she has a sale. She will be in the Ultimate Planner sale. So if you're looking to get anything from her, she will be reopening then, and you can pick up, whatever you want from the shop. Plus, it's on sale, which is great. And just put my name in the notes, and you can get my freebie. Or one of the other PR girls, you can put their name in the notes and get their freebie. So this kit is a mixed media kit. But I didn't actually end up using the mixed media box, I noticed later on. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I really like the pinks. I felt that the kit would be a good kit to use for this week since it is International Women's Day this week. March is an International Women's Month. It also happens to be Social Work Month, which is, if you did not know, I am a social worker. So March is a pretty dope month, if I must say so. So I've pretty much laid down like the boxes and the washi. Now I'm starting on the date cover area, if you can see. So these circles that I'm using are from Rose and Tea Shop, and unfortunately they are closed, so I will not be able to get those circles. The doilies, they're doily circles. I won't be able to get them again, which is so sad. It is because they were a really great size for the date cover area. The sheet has larger ones and those smaller ones, so those smaller ones were a really great size. But I just have these days of the week scripts from, oh, my brain, Lord. I'm drinking coffee. Maybe I haven't had enough yet this morning. Indian Ivy ink. And then I'm just using some of these heart dangles from The Giving Girl. And I actually do have an affiliate code with The Giving Girl. It's Coco10. So you can use that code if you want to save anything when you're shopping over at The Giving Girl. But now I'm just going through on the second half of the week and doing the same thing. These florals are actually for the kit. What is it? The Sunny Days kit, I believe, that my spoiled planner has. I bought that kit too, but I just got double the florals because I felt like they would go with this kit very well. This kit did have a floral sheet, but she's changed the design of her floral sheets, and I like the design of the newer sheet, so I got these since I felt like they still matched. And I really like how it turned out. I felt like they matched really well, despite being different. and I think it came out really good. And this is actually a kit that I got from Shanice. Shanice had gotten this kit, and so she was destashing, and I love Ceci's kits, I really do. So I was like, let me get that one from you. But anyway, International Women's Day, I did do like a couple rearrangements with the boxes because when I laid them down initially, I I don't really know exactly what I was thinking, but oh, I do know what I was thinking. You'll see in a second. It was my intention to use a script for International Women's Day, and I was going to put it in that empty box. But as I go through all of my scripts, um, I realized that none of the holiday scripts have International Women's Day on it. So if you're a shop and you make scripts, like holiday scripts, would y'all consider adding that for me, please? Because I really didn't want to write it in my handwriting because my handwriting is atrocious. But yeah, I've noticed that I went through probably about 4 or 5 different shops, and no one had it at all. And I was watching, I think Rachel from Gathered Plans, her video for this week, and she said the same thing. She didn't have one either. So we need those. We need those like little, I don't want to say insignificant holidays, but we need the lesser known holidays. We need a sheet of those. Please. Please and thank you. So here I'm just using those little smaller boxes on the Polaroid sheet from Miss and Meow just to make my monthly section. And now I'm going into my sidebar. I'm so sorry, you guys, about the focus on my camera. I do not know why. I'm not sure if it was because the pastel colors just weren't bright enough for the camera to pick up. But every time I move my hand, if it's just like you saw, it just keeps going out of focus. So I am going to work on that. I do believe my next video still has some of those same problems, but hopefully I can fix that for the video after that. So we won't be experiencing that. I'm using a doll from Red Lyrics this week. That pink dress was it was perfect for this kit. It matched really amazingly, and I was really, really happy with this base, you guys. As you can see, we are 8 minutes in and we're still doing the base. But I was really happy with it. I did like it. I just added some, what are these? Like, no, not dangles. Dividers. These are dividers from Sadie's Stickers. I noticed that they are a little wider than the column, but it's okay. I just overlapped them and it looked fine. I mean, you can't even really tell, can you? No, you can't. And then the headers, so I really loved these dividers from Myspoiledplanner as well. They are like rainbows, a rainbow divider. And I really don't think I've seen anybody else with these. But I just felt like they went perfectly with this kit, with like the 2 girls, the friends. I just felt like it was perfect vibe for this kit. So I used those as my headers above all of my full boxes this week instead of using actual headers. And then I was trying to play around with using some of those, what do we call those now? Why is my brain just not working this morning? I probably should have finished this cup of coffee first and then done this voiceover. But sometimes I feel like I struggle with the dangle. Well, no, not dangles. They're, what are they? Hoops? No, they're not hoops. Oh God, I sound ridiculous. string lights. Sometimes I feel like I struggle with the larger string lights, um, putting them places. Uh, but the smaller ones I feel like are a little bit easier to use. I feel like I can use them fine, without having to have pre ones that are pre-done. Because sometimes the ones that are pre-done, I still struggle with those too. But I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just still trying to get back into the habit of planning. It's been a minute since I've been planning. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've still been planning, but I just, I don't know. I just plan and I use whatever I feel like while I'm sitting there. And sometimes that means that I forget about things that I have. Um, if you are a person who films, do you I don't want to say pre-plan, but do you like pick out things that you're going to use, like your decorative items in your spread? Do you pick those out before you plan, or do you just sit down and start filming and planning? I'm thinking that I probably need to start pulling out some things because I feel like I'm not doing a good job using everything. Because, like, later on, I'll go through my stash and I'll be like, oh, I could have used this. Oh, that is really irritating me. Oh, why does it keep doing that? Okay, but we're in the week now, so let's just start talking about the week. This, you guys, this was a rainy week, and I'm a person who my mood is affected by the weather. So if I don't see sunshine, then I start to feel down. Like, I really do. Sunshine is, it's like my serotonin. Well, wait, is it serotonin or is it dopamine? I'm not a nurse, so gotta think. Serotonin, dopamine. I think it's dopamine. What's the one that releases when you have sex? I think it's dopamine. Because serotonin is the calming one. All right, we're going to go with dopamine. And I may be wrong. Y'all can correct me in the comments. But anyway, it rained for 3 days straight. And I was over it. Just over it. Monday started off, we had a patient care conference. I've been having a lot of them lately, and I am just over that as well. Patient care conferences are basically where usually myself, as a social worker, I will act as in I guess a lesser of a greater term, a mediator, and try to, when patients have grievances, try to help clear them up and smooth things over, basically. Come to an agreement that suits everyone. And we've been having a lot. And it's sometimes it's just frustrating being the person who always has to fix everything, especially when you weren't the person who created the problem. That can be frustrating, but it is what it is. I will say that most of the time we are able to come to a acceptable agreement and solution, however. So I came home that day. Usually on Mondays, my daughter is she's in pre-K. So usually on Mondays, we have that day set aside for when she gets home, we do homework. And basically homework is just like working on like her sight words, so spelling, practicing, reading the words, and writing. Since she's 5, so just working on that. I feel like I probably need to start increasing the amount of learning time days, homework days that we have during the week, just because come August she will be in kindergarten, and she'll be having school. She'll have homework more, and so I need to get her a little bit more acclimated to that. And then I created a paycheck budget. I've been trying to do um, paycheck budgets because I'm really trying to work on finances, and I just feel like that helps me a little bit be a little bit more responsible with my money. So trying to do that. That was my first step in, working on and addressing my finances, is doing my paycheck budgets, which I actually need to do one for this week that I'm currently in. Okay, so I went past Tuesday. Tuesday, more rain again. So the My Newest Addiction girl, basically what I did there is I layered her on top of a box, and then I put the florals on each side. So it kind of looks like it's all like one box together. But I like the way that turned out. That was something different that I did there. And then, as you can tell, once we got to Wednesday, I was just over the rain. When is it ever going to stop? And I know everybody's like, oh, well, you can't have the sunshine without the rain. And I'm just like, shut up. Just shut up, okay? I just want the sunshine. That's all I want. But anyway, more work. Um, After on Wednesday, I went over to my mother-in-law's house because our washing machine was still broken. So I was having to go load up the car and take my clothes over to my mother-in-law's house to wash. Y'all, when I say the best feeling in the world has been when I came home that day and my husband had fixed the washing machine, that was the best feeling in the world. It was the best sound to walk into, to hear the washing machine going and the dryer going. It was amazing. It's the little things once you start to get older, huh? And then that night, I edited my YouTube video. That was my last plan with me. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Nothing really, I won't say anything amazing happened during that week. It was just a week that I happened to film. Moving on to Thursday, more patient rounds. Had an emergency that morning with a patient where we had to send them out to the hospital. That was a morning because it was a morning that happened to be where I was the only admin in the clinic, and so that meant I was doing a lot of running around that morning. But on this day, we did get our taxes back, so that was nice. As I said, trying to be a little bit more financially, not financially, fiscally responsible with my money. So trying to put that in places where it should be. And then on Thursday, I had to leave work early because I had my annual, what do you call it? Gynecological. I hate that word. And it doesn't sound right just saying GYN, but you can't say OBGYN because that's like you're having a baby, which I am not. So it was my annual exam. And you have to have it in order to continue getting your birth control. So had to have that. Had that. I actually had a different provider this time. She was a black doctor. She was very, very nice. So if I ever change my mind and decide to have another kid, I know who my doctor will be. And I just simply used a alarm clock to for the icon there. I was trying to find like a stethoscope, but I couldn't I guess I've used them all because I think I don't have just a sheet of stethoscopes. I have like a variety sheet. So that's something I'm going to have to add to my next order because I need that. Friday was a long work day, you guys. I don't even know why, but it just was really long. Like I want to set up because with my job I do have a little bit of freedom. So it's a 9 to 5, yes, but Um, it's not a strict 9 to 5 per se. So I can go to work, see my patients, do my work, and if I'm done, I can leave. So, in theory, I should be able to leave work early on Fridays. But for some reason, a lot of Fridays, that just doesn't seem to happen. So, I'm really going to work on like scheduling my time better at work. Um, I may start going in like earlier on some days, like on, Mondays or Tuesdays, so that I can, and staying a little later so I can get more accomplished. So Fridays I can be out of there. Because I really would like to, leave early on Fridays. I mean, that's the best feeling in the world when you can just walk out on a Friday and it's still like sun and you can go do something. Love that. Um, but that Friday, my daughter wanted to go see her Mimi, so I obliged. Who am I to take that away from her going to see her grandmother for the weekend? So I dropped her off and I went home and watched Turning Red all by myself. I did. And so it's funny. I like Turning Red. I like the music because the music really reminded me of like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. And after I listened to it, like I actually had to go and listen to some Backstreet Boys and NSYNC songs because it really had me feeling a little nostalgic. So I watched Turning Red, and then I got on Zoom with Shanice and Annie as well. Saturday, just got up. I was playing the Switch a little bit. I had downloaded a new Mario game, so I was playing that. Yes, I do these things on my own time because when you have a child who is, I mean, can I still call her a toddler? She's 5. Do we still call 5-year-olds toddlers? Do we? I have a 5-year-old. I'll just say it that way. And you can't do things that you want to do without having a little person there trying to do it with you. And sometimes you just need to do it alone. So that was my alone time with the Switch. Y'all, I bought the Switch for us as a family, and I'm almost feeling like I need to get her own because when I want to play, then she wants to play. And then when she's on it, she wants me to help her. And I get frustrated because she's not listening to me because she's only 5 years old. And what 5-year-old listens to their parent, to be honest? But should I buy her own Switch? That's what I'm really considering. But anyway, me and my husband went out to brunch, one of my favorite restaurants here in the city that I live. It's called Gumbo's. It is a Creole restaurant and it is so good. We got some of my favorites from there and it was good. It was just great. Amazing. So if you are looking now I know I'm on Sunday, but sorry, I'm still on Saturday. So I took that box from My Newest Addiction, that square box, put it in the full box because I still needed some space, and just indicated that I watched The Adam Project on Netflix. It's with Ryan. Shoot, not Gosling. Ryan. The other Ryan. You guys know. The other one. The one who's married to Blake. Is it Blake Lively? I think from Gossip Girl. Her. Anyway, that Ryan. I watched The Adam Project. It was a good movie. Then I uploaded my YouTube video and I took a nice relaxing bath that night. See, these are things you can do when your child is gone. You can relax. And Sunday, I woke up and I made some breakfast sandwiches for me and my husband. And then I spent a good part of the day doing my hair. So if you're a natural Black woman, you understand what I mean. Pretty much doing your hair takes all day. I deep conditioned it, I washed it, and then I styled it. It's a process, and when I say I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my hair, and it will take all day, so don't expect for me to do anything else. My YouTube video went live, and then that night after we picked up my daughter, I played Mario with her because she wanted to play the new game that I had gotten. And that's the end of this week. So thanks for sticking with me throughout this video, and I hope to see you guys later.